Rotary for a while that, of course, if you aim for bringing in one person this year, as sure as I'm sitting here talking to you, you will lose, I would say, 4 or 5 members at least, and in some clubs you'd lose 20 members. You have to get that net, N-E-T, such a simple little word, net, which means so much. You have to have a good target, a good aim, in order to meet the net gain with people who have unseen career movements, life changes, everything that can happen. So after you get the growth going, you have to sustain it. Now, if you're really into details, now this is not required. This is for the, I guess like Jeff, the accountant types and the college professor types. If you really want to see all the stuff that's been written on membership, and by the way, a lot of it's very good, Rotary International, to its credit, has had all kinds of groups come forward who focus groups and polling groups and all kinds of groups, and they've put together these great manuals, and there are 2 of them. One is a membership manual and one is a development manual, and those 2 manuals I would strongly recommend to you. And they're on the RI website. You see where I give the Rotary.org. And that is the canned part of this presentation. And I see we do have 3 questions. Of course, it goes without saying that anytime Sandra and I can help you, and of course it goes for Governor Jeff too, please just let us know. Our emails and everything about us is on the district website. And so now we do have 3 questions. And by the way, I have a meter here on it. As the computer model, the people who put this together say, they say you all have been very attentive. Now, I'm supposed to have 3 questions here. I'm going to see. I see, okay. Will the presentation today be made available for downloading, Don Quick? Yes, it will. What a very good question. And not only that, Don, it's supposed to. Now, this is the first one we've done. They're supposed to send you, Don, a link that links to this where you can not only see it but hear it too. So yes, that's supposed to get to everybody who registered for this. And of course, Sansi, you also are an A student, A+ student, because you said, how quickly can I get this presentation by email? Well, I checked the box in the program, so all of you know. I checked the box, and so we are supposed to get that, and you're supposed to get that immediately. So those were the questions. Those were the questions that we had, the 3 questions. Now, of course, it goes without saying that anyone else who has a question, there is a 4th question here somewhere. Why can't I find it? Boy, this box is small that they give Jeff and me to look at, isn't it, Jeff? It is. Could they make it any smaller? Well, we have a couple of compliments. Compliments are also accepted, they're saying. And so I think we have handled the questions. And I think we did handle the hand that was up. And we have been at this a long half an hour. I'm going to turn it back to Jeff for just a second. Now, we're not going to take any more time than necessary. The purpose of today, as I said at the beginning, and pardon, it's our sincere hope as we get better with this technology. It's our sincere hope that as we go along on this, it's our sincere hope that that everybody, that we'll be able to have it more, we can talk more to each other and that kind of thing as we go. And so with that said, I'm going to turn it back to Jeff here in a second. And so, Jeff, why don't you, wait, here's more questions, by the way. I noticed that it shows significantly more questions. So let me see. Let's see if I can find them in this small little box that they give Jeff and me. Hopefully one's for Jeff. Is it a common practice for clubs in our district to terminate members for non-attendance if they continue to pay? Ask Kim Lesage. Kim, that's up to the board of directors under RI policy. Why don't I let Jeff talk so you get a different voice? And Jeff points to me. Jeff says, go ahead and talk. I started it. He says, you finish it. that is up to the board of directors. Now, attendance is part of a vibrant club. When you have people who don't attend, get them a postcard. Get them an email. Tell them you missed them. You know, a lot of people tell me about Rotary. When I ask, they say, I was a Rotarian, I stopped going, and I never heard from them. That's the number one thing people say to me. Now, I know it's a pot calling the kettle and all that stuff, but still that's the number one thing. So please, that's really up to the board of directors, how the board of directors handles that. What is the R in growth? I was busy making notes. Well, it's so corny. The R in growth is recruiting. I could go back to the slide, but it isn't. Is recruitment. All the stuff. Oh, great job. Another compliment. Well, my goodness gracious. Did my mother send these in? I know my wife's not sending them in. Two or three people are writing us now saying, Scott DeVoten, thank you, Scott, saying that the format worked well. And like I say, we will get it. I was just searching for some of the other options here. Now that I'm even feeling more confident about it all. Anyhow, so let me check for more questions. Now there are a couple more questions. Every time I shut this little bitty window down here, and more compliments. Hey, more compliments. Well, listen, I won't read all the compliments, or I'll sound like some of the. I got to be careful there. I'll step on somebody's toes. But some of the people who only read the mail that's favorable, you'll accuse us of that. But we don't need to belabor this for the sake of belaboring it. Jeff, I swear we've looked at all the questions. You too? Yeah? Well, maybe that doesn't stretch, does it, Jeff? We have an accounting professor here and a computer whiz, and we can't, for the devil, figure out. We have a box that's so small you can't believe it, that all these questions, we're up to 9 questions, and comments are fitting in. Anyhow, so I think I will now hand it back to Jeff. So, Jeff, here you are.
Thank you for everyone that participated today. It was our goal to make this direct and to the point and start utilizing this technology, and we certainly will welcome any input that you might provide on how to be more effective with it. Dwayne, I think a new star has been born here in Kansas City. But this was a special moment, and I think that when you realize that all of us are in this together and we're working hard to figure out how to make our clubs bigger, better, and bolder, that there's a lot we can learn from one another. And so please do not ever hesitate to let us know if there's something more we can do to help you as you are striving to improve your clubs. And at this point in time, Dwayne, are we thinking that we'll sign off here?
I think that we've had almost approaching 50 attendees, which is very happy.
Yes.
Very happy. No, I'm very, very pleased with that.
Yeah, so very close to 50 attendees.
And 10 questions. Oh, that's another question.
Okay, let's see what the last question is here.
The last question, maybe another compliment we'll think it's this. Oh, no, wait, here is this. Okay. Bob Koch says, and I've talked to him while he's out farming, and he thought it was all good. And he by the way, and this is what we'll, September 20, we do this again at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and he said they're off to a great start there in Tarkio with 3 new commitments, 2 more very interested, and he says he has a clear idea. And so, Bob, my hat's off to you on that, and I think you're right, and the secret's getting them involved quickly. And then Ken Harris writes, is there a gap between traditional Rotarians and the new generations? Oh, well, our website is very good on that, and we've had 2 or 3 speakers at recent district conferences who have addressed that. And, yes, there's no question that when you talk to new members, and this is why you need to listen to new members, many of them are dying to have a Saturday morning, hands-on, plant flowers, make something beautiful, pick up trash, help some poor kids, read, do something sort of work. And some of our clubs, I don't quite have that mentality, to be honest. Now, I'm stepping on some toes. But that is Patty Iman who writes with that question. And so I think that that's good, too. We've gotten 3 or 4 more, by the way, in the meantime. Maybe I should read the names of everybody who compliments us, but I don't know. I won't go there. But, yes, it is. I think this is efficient. We're just at 40 minutes, and we've covered every